hockey fans. This is indeed Hockey Night in Port Huron as we await the long-awaited showdown between the Big Reds of Port Huron High School and the Huskies of Port Huron Northern. Hi, this is Don Button along with Ken Harris. It is our pleasure to bring you this telecast. And now, Ken, would you give us the starting lineups of both clubs?
Okay, Don, for the home team tonight, starting in goal is number 30, Mike Lashbrook. Starting at forward, number 21, Bill Truscott. Starting at forward, number 14, Brian Murphy. Starting at defense, number 10, Todd Murphy. And starting at forward, number 4, Matt Zito. The coaches for Port Huron Northern, Daryl McCarroll. Assistant coaches, Paul Jones, Carlo DeCan, Bill Warren. Trainer, Ed Roswa. For Port Huron High School, starting in goal is number 30, Jeff McCoy. Starting at defense, number 4, Jim Tuffin. And starting at defense, number 14, Jim Spadafor. Starting at forward, number 16, Craig Jacoby. And starting at forward, number 12, Paul Moretz. And starting at forward, number 2, Jason Ballor. The coaches for Port Huron High School are Tom Miller, Jim Bannatyne, Ron Bricky, Dave Haino, Greg Warner, and Ted Curtis.
The three-man officiating crew are preparing to start this game. The linesman Scott Farquhar, the referees George Moss and Bob Cook. The Big Reds of Port Huron bring a 6-4-1, 6-win, 4-loss, 1-tie record into this match, whereas the Huskies are 9 wins, 2 losses, and 2 ties. In the Michigan Prep Hockey League, Port Huron sports a 1-2-1 record. The Huskies are 3-1-2. Crowd still filing in on this rainy Thursday night, and we're just seconds away from action here. We have a late scratch. Jason Hills with an apparent ankle injury is not suited up, and I imagine that's tearing his heart out. His presence will sorely be missed by the Big Reds on the ice. He's a type of player that really makes things happen out there. Getting ready for the opening face-off with Paul Moretz and Mike Gibson. The game is underway. Moretz draws it back. Jimmy Tuffin brings it back into the corner. And over the glass it goes. And 6 seconds into the game, we have our first whistle. Nice snappy draw by Moretz.
Yeah, Don, it looks like this could be an interesting game tonight. It started right off with, I see the coaches playing their little chess game. Tom Miller coming out with his checking line, and Mr. Daryl McCarroll coming out with his offensive line.
Again, Moretz on the face-off, and Tuffin shoots at the length of the ice. I think trying to connect on a long pass here, but didn't touch anybody, and we have an icing infraction. 11 seconds, 2 whistles.
Well, this is the same thing. I think if we correct and look back about 2 years ago, we've seen the same thing where Port Huron High School come out and tried to use a long pass, and it turned into a lot of icings, but it opened up opportunities too.
And Zito, the shot in the slot, shoots wide, puck's in the left corner. And again, the Big Reds, keep wanting to call them the Red Wings, clear the zone, and back into the zone it goes where Jimmy Tuffin takes a look. And the puck is stopped out at the point. Pass out in front, and Matt Zito just misses connecting on that goal mouth pass. Now then, we have Big Spadafor slowly coming up the ice, picks a spot, shoots it deep into the Husky zone, where Jason Ballor takes it in the corner and gets dumped with a real hard hockey. And now Mike Gibson, the fleet Mike Gibson, passes out to Truscott, dumps it deep into the Big Red zone. And in goes Brian St. Ange, doing battle with Spadafor for the loose puck in the corner. And cleared out in front of the net. And Tuffin shoots the puck the length of the ice for a line change. And I think we're seeing first indications of Port Huron's style of play, possibly conceding the fact that they don't have as many swift skaters as Northern, are content to clear the zone and try to keep Northern out of any kind of continuity out there.
Well, you know, it just might work, just like right there. The Northern defenseman, had he touched that puck, that would have nullified the offside and would have given Port Huron a chance. So we'll just have to wait and see how it works.
Morris Hall on the draw, and now comes out on the right wing. The dangerous Morris Hall gets caught on an inside move, and the puck cleared out. Back into the zone. There's Mike Bassett shooting it back in. And a pass goes awry, and Sean Truskowski out at center ice. Matt Fair tips it into the Husky zone. Jason Webb. Jamie Webb, that is. Long pass on the right wing. And another little body check there by Mike Bassett. He can really thump him out there. And there's a hard shot from the slot, and he scores. I believe that was Todd Murphy picking up the loose puck from about 30 feet. Todd made no mistake. Jeff McCoy not having much of a chance on that one.
Now that was kind of a fine play, Don. I don't think Porter and Hyatt got it back to point. It looked like one of the Northern players got it back there to Murphy, and I've got to admit, Murphy really buried that one in the net.
Buried he did. Low on the glove side, and McCoy didn't have a chance. Bit of a screen on that play too as well. Rick Grossi on the draw. Puck goes deep into the Husky zone. Murphy clears it out.
Husky goal scored by
Tip,
number
no
10,
icing call.
Todd Murphy. Assist to number 7,
Mike
Jason
Bassett.
Schoenberg.
Now
And
Sean
number
Truskowski
14,
picks it up behind the net.
Brian Murphy.
Has a little trouble
Time
with
of
it.
goal 1:56, first period.
Jason Whiting in the corner. Phil Lozier on right defense, clearing the puck. Oh, a hard slap shot goes wide on the stick side of McCoy. Mike Bassett clears the puck just as Northern is making a line change, and we have a whistle.
I don't know, Don, but I think maybe Northern might have got caught for too many men.
Sure
Let's
looks
see.
like it. Referee Bob Cook had a beat on something there, and I think we have our first penalty of the game. Player coming off the bench. Puck did hit his skate.
On that first Northern goal, we had assists going to Schoenberg and to Brian Murphy.
A 2-minute bench minor for too many players on the ice. Time of the penalty,
12-12 left in the first period, and the Big Reds go on the power play. 2-minute delay of game penalty is Moretz. And you see Bassett on left wing, taking a turn on left wing on this power play. Spatafor back at the point, doesn't have much room. Clears it deep into the zone. Bassett behind the net, can't come up with it, and clearing the puck the length of the ice. Matt Warren. Oh, now Hall, the referee skate got in the way. Bassett's offside, we gotta wait. Picks up the puck. And now Mike Bassett shoots it deep into the zone, and Morris Hall going in there to try to come up the loose puck. Takes a shot from defenseman. Now Morris Hall, the dangerous Morris Hall, can't quite come up with it, back to the point. A slow shot, changed directions, and Lashbrook tips it out of harm's way into the corner. Now Moretz. Morris Hall behind the net. In the slot, a good scoring chance. Oh, great stick save by Lashbrook. That was Moretz with the dangerous shot from about 20 feet, and Lashbrook was equal to the task.
Well, two quality chances there for the Big Reds, Don.
That's what it takes, is quality chances. And now Moretz has a break on the left side. Oh, taken out of the plane. We're going to have a tripping penalty. And the net's off the moorings. And for 35 seconds, the Big Reds are looking at a two-man advantage as Northern's Todd Murphy, I believe, caught on the tripping call. Pretty good penalty, I would say. Moretz, who's very dangerous, was coming in for a point-blank shot, and Murphy got the puck, but he took Moretz's legs out as well.
Yeah, there's no question. That was a real good play for Murphy to play. Moretz would have been in there all alone. Even with the quality of the goaltender of Lashbrook, you just can't let a guy like Moretz walk in there.
That's a very good point. Penalty well taken. Now we have Craig Jacoby taking the draw for the Reds. Brian Murphy's thumbed out by the linesman. And right from the draw, Pionk shot was partially deflected. Truskowski back on the point. Back to Pionk over on the right point. Jimmy Tuffin. Pass to Grossi. 15 seconds left on the first Husky penalty. Now Pionk back to the point to Truskowski. No openings there. Back to Pionk. And a hard shot! He scores! A great shot by Benny Pionk on the board side, the board glove side. It just went by his elbow into the upper near side of the net. And we have a tie hockey game. And there's still 1:32 seconds left on the second penalty.
Yeah, Don, that one kind of fooled me like it fooled the goaltender. I thought for sure that Mr. Pionk was going to feed that to that gentleman alongside the net. But I guess he just figured maybe the goaltender was thinking the same thing and put it right through his pads.
He surprised him. Well, you saw there, Northern were covering the points pretty well there, so that left some openings in the lower part of the zone, and they smartly got the puck back in there where Pionk made no mistake.
4:41, first period.
Pionk shoots it deep into the Northern zone.
Assists on that last goal were to Rick Grossi and Sean Truskowski, Don.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Big Reds there are still with the puck control. As Bassett takes a little bit of a shot there. And now the Huskies take it out of the zone. Northern Rooters are looking for a penalty there, but they don't get it. A little less than a minute left on the Husky penalty to Murphy as they rag the puck. And now Matt Warren. Whoa! We almost had a real fluke goal there as the puck skipped a little bit and almost beat McCoy. That would have been an earth shaker.
Yeah, he played that the wrong way, Don. He took it kind of casual. You can't take anything in this game casual.
Good scoring chance right there by Grossi. The shot just wide. And now here's Schoenberg on a good break in. He shoots and he scores. It hit the post but kicked in. Just a great shot by Jason Schoenberg. I think he hit two posts there. I wasn't sure myself with my bad eyesight whether it had gone in or not, but obviously it did. And with 9:14 left in the first period, a shorthanded goal gives the Huskies a 2-1 lead.
Well, Don, he did all the work. It was a give and go, and he just took the defenseman to him and then put the puck away from him and went in, and like you say, I think he put off of both posts.
Husky goal, a shorthanded goal scored by number 7, Jason Schoenberg. Assist to number 8, Jamie Webb, and number 16, Matt Warren. Time of the goal,
Schoenberg, a 6'1", 205-pound senior, playing his first year with the Huskies, and that was a goal he'll never forget. You got the scoring on that one, the assist?
Yeah, Don, the assist on that one go to Webb and Warren. Yeah, I think Schoenberg, Don, has adapted to the high school thing real well for coming out of the midget program last year.
That's right. Quite often it takes a second year of high school level before the boys pick up the pace, but Jason seems to be doing it in his first year. Now Jason Ballard headmans it smartly up to Hall. Hall double team there, kept in. Spatafor, a hard shot covered by Lashbrook. Spatafor's high hard one. Lashbrook saw it all the way and smothered it, keeping the rebound out of there. 8:56 left in the first period here from McMorran. 9 seconds remain in Murphy's penalty.
Yeah, this game's being played a little looser than what I thought it was going to be. I thought it would really be just kind of not letting any team move out there, but they're both letting them play, so.
Yeah. I imagine we're going to see a little bit of heavy hitting in front of us yet. There's been a little bit, but I think there'll be a lot more. Huskies get the draw. Scott Farquhar runs for his life there. Now we have Moretz coming back in control behind the net, looking for an opening. Finds it out on the right point. Over to the left point to Bassett. Wrist shot just wide and tipped wide. And a shot from a sharp angle by Moretz. Goes just wide. That looked dangerous.
Nice chance. I thought he just put that right across the crease there, Don.
Now he went for the far corner and just missed it. Now we have an offside. Face off in the neutral zone. 8:31 left here from McMorran Arena. Score Huskies 2, Big Reds 1. And we're starting to get a pretty good crowd now.
Yes, it is. It's I was hoping for a few more, but like I say, they keep coming in and coming in. So, and the weather had to take a lot away from our crowd tonight. So,
got the old cold rain going outside as the Huskies maintain puck control. Todd Murphy over to Drew Smith. Zito shoots it over the glass and out of play. Almost hit the Pac-Man machine over there.
yeah, it's really interesting. I would love to see this arena fill up one time for one of these Port Huron High Northern games, because the people that don't get a chance to come down here really should come down and see, because it is a good hockey game.
No question about it. They're quality teams when they play each other. There's a lot of atmosphere in here. As the Big Reds dump it into the Husky zone. Nick Hofer. Nice clearing pass. Shot. Save. Rebound. Goal!
Nice.
That's Nick Hofer, who started the play and finished the play. I didn't get the Big Red player who was involved in the middle get an assist.
No, I didn't either. We'll have to wait for the announcer. But that was a nice individual effort. He didn't just turn away from the play when he lost the puck. He stayed right there and kept his eye on it and took that second chance.
That's a good point. He made a nice centering pass and then parked right on the doorstep, waiting for the opportunity that he got, and he made no mistake. He was Johnny on the spot in the rebound, and Lashbrook didn't have much of a chance to cover the short side there. 7:50 left in the first period. Score now tied at 2.
Big Red goal scored by number 17, Nick Hofer. Assistant number 9, Jason Whiting, and number 18, Rick Rossi. Time of the goal, 7:10, first period.
Oddly enough, all 3 Big Reds involved in that scoring are playing their first year of high school hockey.
Well, isn't that great? Just shows you what a little determination will do out there.
And we have an offside as Jason Schoenberg got a little head start there trying to break in on the left wing. Crowd still coming in. See, we have quite a wolf pack of fans over there, Husky fans over there in Section 6, so I imagine the Port Huron Northern principal and his associates are over there watching, making a close watch on them as the Huskies get the draw.
Yeah, looking down below us here, this Port Huron side is really starting to fill up too. This west end here is just pretty near full now.
Yeah, I think we're going to see at least an area of 1,500 people here before this game's over, and we've got another game coming after this. St. Ange, Murphy, that's Brian Murphy shooting just wide. A hard shot, stopped, didn't get through the screen. Oh, we have a hand pass, and the Eagle Eye referee spotted it.
Yeah, good call, Don. I don't know, I may be saying this a little early, but I don't know if you expected this wide open game is what's going on out here.
Well, going through the annals of Northern Port Huron history in hockey games, in the regular season at least, games are traditionally low-scoring games. I can remember games anywhere from 2-0 to 4-2 being about the highest scoring games.
Yeah, and the earlier season match was just that same thing. It was just clutch and grab and
4-3, if I remember right.
Yep.
Matt Warren shovels it out to Truscott, the dangerous Billy Truscott, a nice pass. Zito skating well. Nice pass by Zito, and the shot by Mike Gibson, glove, and saved by Jeff McCoy. Nice teamwork there by the Huskies bringing the puck up the ice.
Yeah, that was a good rush by Northern there. Everybody just went down the rink, and God, they'd have still had the play if it hadn't been for Jeff snaring that high shot.
It's a good-looking line of Billy Truscott on the left side, Mike Gibson at center, and Matt Zito converting from defense over to right wing this year, and he looks like he's starting to get his forward feelings out there and looking better all the time. On the draw, Gibson wins it, a shot, nice save, McCoy. Boy, there's a big maze of players in front of the net, and McCoy still got his stick on it and made the save as the Big Reds clear it down to the other end on goal, so no icing. And Drew Smith gives the puck away, then a shot by Jacoby. It's deflected into the far corner. 6:15 left in the first period. Big Reds 2, Northern 2.
Well, give Jacoby credit for being sharp on that one. That Northern player just gave that puck up there for a second, and he scarfed it right up and fired at the net. The only thing kept from going in is it just quite a bit high.
Yeah, that was a big-time giveaway by Drew Smith, but I think he'll make up for that before long. That's the lure of the defenseman. You're going to make some mistakes out there. Then everybody notices it when you do. Nice draw by Grossi, back to Bassett. Mike Bassett's hard shot, hits a skate and goes just wide. And once again, Lashbrook tips a clearing pass out of the way. Now we got Big Murphy, Big Todd Murphy on a dangerous rush on the left side. Having trouble with the puck, and we have an offside on the right wing. If you'd have been able to keep that puck out in front of him, I think we'd had a glorious scoring opportunity there.
Yeah, that wasn't that much offside. That was just one of them that the linesman right there and caught it.
That's one thing you have in this three-man officiating system. You have a linesman or a referee right on the line. He's not skating to have to get to the line. Now we have a break down the right wing. Wrist shot, glove. That was Nick Hofer, I believe. Yes, it was.
Yes,
Nick Hofer
was.
having another good scoring chance. Pass out to Crittenden. The dangerous Kevin Crittenden to Brian Murphy. Murphy controlling the puck well. His centering pass tipped into the corner, and now the Red Wings go to their format of just clearing the zone. One step at a time. This time it goes a little bit too far. With 5 minutes, 25 seconds left in the first period. An icing call brings the puck back to the Red Wing, the Big Red zone.
Yeah, real nice play by the Hofer boy there.
And Nick Hofer, just a sophomore, 5'11", 170-pound sophomore, good-looking athlete, and he'll figure to be a big man in the Big Red's plans for the next couple of years, I would think. We have Morris, Hall, and Gibson. Hard slap shot, stop. Matt Warren keeps the puck in. Now Matt Fair rumbling down the right side and offside. We have a delayed offside, but I think it's going to be called now. If Matt touches it, and he does, gets a little trip in there, and an offside call with 5:09 remaining in the first period.
Yeah, give that Northern defenseman credit there. He just slowed up the young Fair boy just enough to draw that other Porter and High Big Red offsides.
Northern coming up with a little bit of slower line change. I think they're trying to, since they're the home team, they're able to make the matchup. The visiting team has to commit first who's coming out on the line. As Northern gets the draw, they just clear the zone. Spatafor clears it back into the Northern zone. Matt Warren looking for an opening. Picks up his own deflected pass from Hall. Now Warren looking for an opening. Dumps it into the corner. And he's following up the play, trying to get control behind the net. And Matt Fair comes out with it. And the Big Reds clears the zone. Northern shoots it back in offside. 4:41 left in the first period. Port Huron 2, Port Huron Northern 2. We have another game coming up after this. It won't be televised, but Marysville will be playing a tough Flint Kersley team, and I would think by the time we head into our third period, we're going to have a real big crowd here.
Will be open on the north side tonight.
Yeah, Don, I think so.
Just heard the golden voice of George Udell on the PA system. He's in his 32nd year of working on the PA system here after a star-studded hockey career of his own up at Traverse City in the United States Hockey League.
Well, that's back before my time, Don. Probably yours, too.
You tell me they didn't even wear helmets then.
By looking at George, probably not.
We have big Brian Murphy on the face-off. Face-off is won by Moretz. Drew Smith tips it back into the big red zone where Sean Truskowski is double teamed. Up comes Northern's the puck, a clearing pass, and not quite there for the conversion. And now the speedy Moretz to the face-off circle, takes a little fall. As he was played well by the Northern defenders. And here comes the dangerous Crittenden. High in the slot, wrist shot, covered by McCoy, dropped and then covered. As we have a little altercation behind the net, but it's just boys making sure their opponents know they're there. Anytime there's a whistle in the goal crease, you're going to see bodies bouncing around. That was no exception.
No, it was a nice effort by Crittenden there. A couple of games that I've watched so far this season, I thought he was kind of a guy to be really kind of keep an eye on, because he seems to be pretty dangerous. And that was his first where he's really shown out tonight, so maybe just getting loosened up a bit.
Yep, he's a left winger on line with Brian Murphy and Brian St. Ange, and that's the main line right now. Although the second line that's out there now is pretty dangerous as well. Truscott shot blocked on the big red defense. Another shot goes through, and Truscott almost converted a goalmouth scramble there. Whoa! The referee took an awful tumble there, and I'm sure that's got him up a little upset. I'm sure it was an accident as well. Hard slap shot. McCoy is right behind him, and he lost sight of it, but was able to pounce on it without kicking it back into the net. And that hard slap shot was almost mishandled by Jeff McCoy.
Well, that was a nice shift by the Northern crew, Don. Especially that after you mentioned that, the young Truscott does a real nice job around there, and he was around the net and getting chances. And
when knowing referee George Moss, I think he's a little upset about that tumble he took. He really took a shot. It was Mazzito going for the puck, and George just happened to be there.
That's probably one of the big reasons where you see all the referees wearing helmets and stuff now. They're just as prone to injury as anyone.
His head flew back and could have hit the ice, and without that helmet, he'd been in a heap of trouble. Long pass up to Morris Hall, and now we have an offside call. There's a temper flare. And you might have Hall on a retaliation penalty there. He's getting one for sure. Possibly Jamie Webb. Yes, I think Jamie Webb is going off also, which means we'll be skating 4-on-4, as they don't have the coincidental rule in high school hockey. If two penalties at the same time, you just skate 4-on-4 instead of 5-on-5. That's just what we have. 3:17 left in the first period. Big Reds 2, Huskies 2.
Husky penalty, number 8, Jamie Webb. 2 minutes for roughing. Big Red penalty, number 21, Morris Hall, 2 minutes roughing. Both penalties called at 11:43.
Double roughing. As Murphy gets the draw, it's Brian Murphy. Jimmy Tuffin takes him out of the play up against the boards. Now we have Spatafor clearing the puck. And there's a few open holes out there with only 4-on-4. He's able to clear it into the neutral zone. Kevin Crittenden taking a look, looking for that open man, skating it up the center ice. Hard slap shot. McCoy easily gloves that one, drops it for the Big Red defense. Going right over there is Drew Smith, ready to catch that clearing pass. Behind the net, Brian Murphy, and the Big Reds again cleared out. They have a race for the puck. Northern wins the race, and now the Big Reds overskated. Pass. Shot deflected. Paul Moretz's shot deflected harmlessly wide. Whoa, and then big number 16, Greg Jacoby, was taken out of the play.
Got a penalty coming up, Don.
Must have been a retaliation, as the Big Reds are going to be shorthanded. A slashing call has been made. I didn't see it. I looked away, and
Jacoby give the guy a little bit of a stick as he skated out of the end, and that's one of them penalties you don't like to take. You're not in the play. It's not in your end.
That's right. A penalty in your offensive zone is about the worst kind of penalty you can take.
Number 16, Craig Jacoby, 2 minutes slashing. Time of the penalty, 12:50. first period.
2 minutes for slashing, Craig Jacoby. Face off to the right of Jeff McCoy. Ball open, and Schoenberg, his second goal of the night. The puck came out to him, and he popped her past the glove of Jeff McCoy. Made no mistake on that one from about 10 feet. And with 2:05 left in the first period, the Huskies take a 3-2 lead.
Well, Don, that kind of goes to show you, we were talking earlier when both teams just had their one man off. And then we have this other penalty to Portland High School with Jacoby going off. We just kind of really opened the rink up, and Schoenberg was there all by himself, and the pass come over, and he just put it in the net.
Yep.
Number 7, Jason Schoenberg.
Schoenberg's a sniper, and he made no mistake there. That puck was in the net right away.
Time of the goal, 12:55, first period.
2:05 left in the first period.
Assist to Matt Warren on that goal, Don.
Okay. Matt did the heavy work in the corner. As the Reds win the draw, Bassett shoots it on goal, deep in the Husky zone. And out comes Matt Warren. Hard slap shot high and over the glass.
Souvenir for the fans.
His uncle just picked it up. The famous Ted Nurnberg, that is.
Well, I'll be darned. Yes, it is.
They have all kinds of dignitaries here tonight.
Well, Ted's no referee, too. He might be down here getting some pointers, too. You never know.
I doubt if he's ref in the second game because his son's playing in it. Huskies on the draw. Todd Murphy. Again over to Matt Warren. Didn't get everything he had on that slap shot as it goes wide. Out comes the Reds. Oh, the Reds breaking for that long pass. They didn't quite connect. And now Pionk takes a look. Onside as Lashbrook makes the play. Todd Murphy over to Truscott, being harassed by Pionk. Nice play by Pionk. The Huskies break out again. Zito taken out of the play as they start to get a little physical out there. Now Moretz. Minute left in the first period. Jimmy Spatafor shoots it deep into the Husky zone as the Big Reds make a line change. And now the Huskies shoot at the length of the ice. 47 seconds left in the first period.
Yeah, it looked like Northern was looking for a line change there, too.
There is a concession stand open. It will be in the northeast corner.
Big Reds coming out with Hofer, Grossi, and Whiting. Pretty much the third line, but I'd say a good high school third line.
Well, I'll tell you, they haven't got a thing to be ashamed of tonight. They've scored a goal, and they've certainly been a threat on another one. So
this is the time of year Tom Miller's teams usually start to solidify, and everybody starts contributing. Brian Murphy, I think, is thumbed out for the second time tonight out of the face-off circle. Now Schoenberg's taking it with Grossi. Huskies win the draw. And now Schoenberg looking for the left wing. Didn't find his man, and an icing call ensues with 30 seconds left in the first period.
Well, every time the Big Reds get in that Northern zone, they get hungry and get around that net and create some chances. So
yeah, they're looking at a tactic of dumping the puck in the zone and trying to come up with a loose puck and making the best out of the opportunity. Huskies clear the zone. Big Reds send it right back in. Huskies back out to the neutral zone with 14 seconds left in the first period. And now the Big Reds are going to be saddled with an icing call with 10 seconds left in the first period. A little chess game going out there right now, just trying to clear the zone and come up with an opportunity.
yeah, they're both looking for that long pass, and I'll tell you, all it takes is just that one opposing player touch that puck and make it an onside pass, and we could have a new hockey game.
Face off to the left of Jeff McCoy, be Morris Hall and Mike Gibson. Watch Hall see if he ties up his man here after the puck's dropped. He comes up with a loose puck, clears it out to the center of the ice, just wide of Lashbrook. And as Lashbrook clears the puck, the first period is over. With the score, Port Huron Northern 3, Port Huron 2. What'd you get for shots on goal there?
Shots on goal in the first period, Don, for Port Huron Northern 13, for Port Huron High School 9.
Quite a few shots. Almost one a minute.
Yeah, it's a completely different game than I thought. I really thought it'd be a defensive game right from get-go, and we'd probably end up with as low as 4 or 5 shots apiece. But it's been a wide-open game.
It has. It's been freewheeling, a lot of long passes, and teams are looking to get the break. And not really that much tight checking.
I'd like to remind you once again that tonight's game is being taped by PHHS Cable Channel 6 for broadcast at a later date. Be sure to check your TV section of the Times Herald for the proper date and time.
Whistle blows, and we're getting ready here for the second period, and it'll be interesting to see if the game will continue on this kind of pace. We could be looking at an 8-6 game, but somehow I don't think that's going to happen.
No, I think you'll see it slow down a little bit, you know, even with the quality players on both teams, you know, to play at that speed for a whole game, why, it takes a lot. These are still young men.
Morris Hall and Mike Gibson once again facing each other in the face-off circle. Morris slickly comes up with the face-off, but Matt Fair, thinking that Morris is going to go quickly over the line, was offside. And 3 seconds have transpired before we've had our first whistle in the second period.
That Morris Hall is really unique on the face-offs, Don. It's really interesting just to watch him, the way he gets the puck, ties up the other guy, and then gets the puck again.
Did a 316. That was looking like a dangerous rush underway there. But Matt Fair didn't read what Morris was doing, and the offside ensued. Big Reds dump it in the Northern zone. Northern returns the favor, onside. Now we have Truscott loses the puck. Jason Baller on the left wing, onside. Loses his skates. Now the Huskies come up with it deep in their own zone out to Matt Zito, playing his off wing. That's tough to get a pass along the boards when you're on your off wing like that. And they have a little scrum up against the boards. 14:21 left in the second period.
Yeah, good effort by the Big Reds, and when you have Big Reds offensive line, I pretty much say that would be Northern's checking line.
That's right. Some good skaters on that line with Zito and especially Mike Gibson, very fleet skaters. And one of their main jobs is to offset the offensive firepower of the Big Red line they're out against. Now it comes Schoenberg. Both men go over the blue line. The puck does not. And the Big Reds dump it back in.
Nice effort by the Jacoby boy there, Don.
Now we have Jacoby again. He gets dumped. Oh! Benny Pionk had a good chance to score and just couldn't quite get his stick on it. Now Truskalski, the steady Sean Truskalski. Paul Moretz puts a little hit out there, picks up the puck, takes a hit in return by Matt Warren. They're old friends. as the play starts to get a little more physical out there, and we have Truskowski taking a boy into the corner, into the boards, and that may be costing him 2 minutes to the sin bin.
Yeah, that's kind of an unfortunate penalty with that play along the board there. But mention Truskowski, he missed the first encounter against Northern here a couple months ago, and it's good to see him back playing.
That's right, that wasn't really mentioned too much in the articles about Sean missing that first encounter with Port Huron Northern, but he did indeed, and I'm sure he's happy to get his
Big red penalty.
crack to play at Northern
Number 19,
in this game.
Sean Truskowski, 2 minutes for checking from behind.
Checking from behind.
Time of the penalty, 1:36.
Equivalent of clipping in hockey. Paul Moretz shaking up a little bit on that play, but I think he's going to be able to come back.
Yeah, he's a tough competitor. He'll shake it off.
He's been having some kind of knee problems, and I hope that isn't a recurrence. Big Reds get the draw, and Tuffin smartly shoots at the length of the right, where Morris Hall is backhander, and he scores! Morris, really anticipating that play, picked the puck up over the blue line onside, made a fake, and then buried it on his backhand. And just 7 seconds into the Big Red penalty, a shorthanded goal ties this hockey game at 3.
Well, what else can you say about that goal? That was just one superb effort and just really heads-up hockey. Morris Hall watched it all the way. He seen it was going to split the Northern defense. He picked up the puck and went in and did it all.
He's a big threat on a forehand shot, and that caused his ability to make the fake.
Big red goal.
He had the whole net on the backhander.
Goal scored by number 21, Morris Hall. Assistant number 4, Jim Tuffin.
Tuffin's the one that made the original clearing play, and that resulted in an assist. Play getting a little bit ragged in the neutral zone. Now Tuffin clears it in, and here we go again. This similar type play, and this time Lashbrook was equal to the task, as Hall almost got another similar goal. Matt Warren fakes the slap shot, takes it into the Big Red zone, out to the right point, but over the blue line, and the Huskies will have to regroup with a minute 15 left on the penalty to Truskowski. Brian Murphy. Nice fake, coming in on the right wing. Centering pass, nobody there, and Matt Warren clears the zone. I should say, Matt Fair.
Yeah, we have a lot of similar names out there. I can see where we're running into problems.
Too many Matts.
Yes, there are. And they've both seen a lot of ice time.
Look out, Matt Warren had his head down. He takes a little crunch from Bassett, and a few words to go with it, I think. Oh, Truscott behind the net. Point blank, and McCoy stopped it. The net's off the moorings, and that was a great scoring chance by the Huskies, but McCoy kept it out.
Yeah, nice save by Jeff McCoy, but got to give Mike Bassett a good share of the credit in that. He really rattled that Northern guy just as he was getting to direct that puck in there.
And the net came off the moorings a little bit. Jeff made sure it came off a whole lot after that, just to make sure the referee would see it.
Well, I bet these guys are sure glad they don't have them tall pins anymore where they can do that, you know.
Puck back to Drew Smith. And Bassett clears the puck out. Jamie Webb. Huskies bring it in offside. Stopped nicely by Bassett. Paul Moretz shoots it deep into the zone with only 5 seconds remaining in Sean Truskowski's penalty. Now they're at even strength as Jamie Wood brings the puck up on the left wing. Watched by Bassett behind the net. Still in control out to the left point where Truscott shot is deflected by Moretz, and he felt that one. Clearing pass. Oh, and a nice checking job by Moretz, lifting the stick of Mike Gibson. That would have been a good scoring chance had he not done that. And again, the puck is cleared out to the referee. Oh, a hard slap shot by Big Murphy. Tip by McCoy over the glass. A stoppage of play with 10:50 remaining in the second period. The score tied at 3.
Well, I'll tell you, you don't want to sound repetitious, but I'll tell you that Paul Moretz, for just leaving the ice a few minutes ago with an injury and getting back out of there and blocking shots and taking the man out of the play and stuff, kind of like the unsung hero.
He's a complete hockey player, and he doesn't mind the tough angles of the game as well. He can dish it out and take it with the best of them.
Yeah, he has a little feistiness in him.
Oh, in the slot, a good scoring chance. McCoy smothers it, covers the rebound as the boys pile up in the crease. I didn't see who took that shot.
I thought it come from the guy right in the center here. Who's that number? Who's number 4 there, Don?
Well, that was Matt Zito then.
Okay, yeah, that was a
good scoring chance for Matt. Matt's just a sophomore. A lot of athletics ahead of him. Football and baseball, we hope.
Yeah, he's
as well as hockey.
Good-sized boy too.
Big Reds again clear the zone where the Huskies take. And Matt Zito skating really well and maintaining puck control. He's dragged down. No penalty call. Clearing pass. Zito's shot is tipped wide. Zito again with puck control behind the net. Takes a shot from Tuffin. And Zito then returns the favor. And now the Big Reds with Big Grossi holds up. Pass. Jason Whiting. Puck goes in the corner. And we have a little jostling going in front of the net. Off the dasher, the Big Reds pick it up, dump it into the zone. They're going to have to wait. Now they're onside. As they make a line change, so do the Huskies. Crittenden. Rick Grossi dumps it deep into the Husky zone and takes a seat on the bench as the Big Reds complete their line change. Thought we had a penalty coming up there, but it was just a delayed offside.
I really thought so too, because we had a guy get up from along the boards there, Don.
Spatafor shoots it deep into the zone. Matt Warren. Smartly out to his right winger. Nice centering pass to Brian Murphy. Murphy stopped cold by Mike Bassett. Very nice defensive job by Mike. Pass out to the point. Matt Warren, the dangerous slap shot from the point is stopped by McCoy. Big Jim Spatafor working in the corner. Quite a scrum going on there. As St. Ange comes up with the puck, Brian St. Ange. Oh, a goal scramble shot is just wide. McCoy slow getting up. And St. Ange's shot just goes across the front of the net as the Big Reds clear the zone. Onside, here's the dangerous Hall. But he can't quite get the angle on it this time. Now Matt Warren takes a shot the length of the rink. Wide. Why that wasn't icing was puzzling a lot of people. I think the referees got a little crossed up there. Oh, a great scoring chance. And somehow McCoy kept that out. That would have been a controversial goal, that's for sure. And now the Big Reds get called for icing and have...
Yeah, Don, I really think somebody missed that one there, because that was definitely an icing call from our viewpoint here.
Clear cut.
But thank goodness, Jeff McCoy come up real tough, made a real big save, and the controversy's over.
I think that was St. Ange that came within an eyelash of scoring there.
Yeah, that's St. Ange. He had 3 good chances that shift.
Well, the Poyern fans still haven't gotten over that call.
Well, evidently they agree with us, so.
No instant replay calls in high school hockey.
I guess that means we win.
7:54 left in the second period. Game tied at 3. It's Todd Taylor. And Paul Moretz. Ben Pion comes up with it. Coming down the right wing. Pulls up. Now tips it deep behind the net. where Jacoby comes up with the puck. Well, here's Pyock. Oh, is
Nice.
a great shot and a great save by Lashbrook. And now a goal scramble, and it's in the net. And the Big Reds have taken a 4-3 lead. I didn't get a clear look at what happened, but the Big Reds have taken the lead.
Well, Don, I think that one surprises me as much as you. Not that they didn't have the good chances, but I thought Lashbrook was sitting on it, and I think he thought he was sitting on it.
What must have happened as quick as an eyelash, somebody flicked the stick and was able to rip it in the net on that goal ball scramble, and the Big Reds have come from behind to take a 4-3 lead.
Big Red
Half point of this game.
Unassisted goal scored by number 12, Paul Moretz. That's a little 7:27, second period.
Unassisted goal by Paul Moretz. So evidently, Lashbrook had made the save, and then the onswing action, the loose puck in the crease, Moretz was able to tip it in.
Well, let's not take anything away from them other fellows out there. I'll tell you, that was a team effort because the Big Reds just mauled around the net there.
Right. Now Jimmy Tuffin picks up the puck, clears it smartly over to Fair. Matt Fair connects with Morris Hall. Going down the right wing. And Hall taken out of the play. And I think we have a holding call coming up to the Huskies. Brian Murphy going off for 2. I believe he's been caught holding Morris Hall. And now we have a second penalty, a slashing penalty. I didn't see that one, but I think Hall may have been collared on that one.
Well, that's one I didn't see either, Don. The holding was quite obvious, but
I didn't see the slash at all, but the referees who have a keen eye for that sort of thing did. So offsetting penalties once again with 7:13 left in the second period. We'll be skating 4-on-4. Last time this happened, the Huskies scored. So you have Rick Grossi facing off. Brian St. Ange, who comes up with the puck. Matt Warren shoots it behind for puck control. And now it comes out to the neutral zone.
Brian Murphy, 2 minutes holding.
Rick Grossi,
Big Red penalty, number 21.
a wrist shot on goal. Lashbrook saves.
Both penalties called at 7:47, second
St.
period.
Ange. Matt Warren. St. Ange over to Jamie Webb, who shoots it into the Big Red zone. Kevin Crittenden. Puck taken away by Grossi. And now Pyock shoots at the length of the rink. Icing Big Reds. 6:26.
well, that 4-on-4 hasn't really opened up that much ice this shift here. They played it pretty tight.
You have to just at this point content to clear the zone. There hasn't been any rushes made in this kind of situation yet. As the teams change lines, and as you might expect, Moretz is out there now with Jacoby. It's Schoenberg and Mike Gibson for the Huskies. Big Reds clear the zone. Jacoby in a race with Todd Murphy. Murphy comes up with it. Clears it back to the neutral zone to Truskowski, who in turn dumps into the northern zone. A little tic-tac-toe going on. And now Northern's going to be called for the icing call. 6:07 left in the second period. 54 seconds left on the 2 penalties.
Well, we've kind of got here where both teams have adopted the same strategy. We're going to dump the puck and hope the opposing team touches it and create an onside situation.
That's exactly what's happening. Moretz wins the draw. Truskowski over the glass. We mentioned at the beginning of the telecast that Jason Hill's scratched in the lineup. Also not suited up for Northern, Sean Orr, sophomore defenseman. We hope that he's able to be back in action before long.
Yeah, I know these boys that the first game we had some boys missing, and we got a couple again tonight, and they really shoot for this game the whole year, and I know that they both want to be out on the ice. So
that's for sure. Huskies win the draw. Todd Taylor winning that one. Drew Smith tied up in the corner. Jacoby. Jacoby shakes loose. So that's Benny Pionk, I should say. Now Rick Grossi looking for Moretz. Wrist shot. Scores! A 40-foot wrist shot by Rick Grossi. I think Lashbrook had his eye on Moretz coming down the left wing, not expecting Grossi to shoot. And on his stick side, Grossi's quick wrist shot found the mark. And the Big Reds take a 2-goal lead, 5-3.
Nice shot, Don. Really nice shot. Like you say, I think he just fooled the goaltender. He had the goaltender thinking, is he going to shoot or is he going to pass? And he buried it.
Sure did. I think that's one that Mike Lashbrook, obviously one of the best goalies in the state, would like to have back. I don't think he really thought